Hello. I'm going to walk you through real quickly how to get access to your grades and your feedback, as that is very important. And we use a system here called Turnitin, which takes you to a place called Feedback Studio, which is actually an app that is within the Canvas course itself, so you don't need to go anywhere else, but upload your assignments to the Turnitin link at the bottom of the assignment page. But I put my comments, my line comments, in the side menu, and I also sometimes give audio comments, especially on drafts where you're getting to know the things I'm looking for, and I think the tone of an audio comment is perhaps more friendly. So this is an example of an essay that has line comments in it. And so what you would do to get here is you would go to your gradebook, and from your gradebook, that's the icon for gradebook, I'm not going to go backwards, you would pick the assignment that you wanted to see feedback for. And once an assignment's been graded, you'll obviously see your grade in your gradebook, but you will also see something that says comments from instructor or see feedback. And the little yellow margins, the little yellow boxes, rectangles, have information from me, and I try to line that information up directly with the thing that I'm either complimenting or the thing that I need you to fix. So here's a direct quote that doesn't have a parenthetical citation, for example. And as you move throughout the paper, you will see that the better the essay, the fewer things I have to fix and give comments on, but that I do give quite a bit of feedback. Now, the difference between this paper version and the one over here on the left is that the one on the left has the ETS grammar checker for Feedback Studio. And again, what I want to show you is that when you use Feedback Studio, and you can get to Feedback Studio by actually clicking, I'll close this, by actually clicking on your assignment name. And when I click on your assignment name, when you click on your assignment name rather, it will take you to a page where you can select, let's bring that back, where you can select to see Feedback Studio. And the way that you get there is by clicking on the little box that has a percentage in it. And as discussed earlier, you want to make sure your percentage stays green. But these purple errors are really important, and this particular draft has a lot of article errors, but what I want you to note is that you can click on the purple and it will tell you some information about the error. So here you may need to use an article before this word. And if you're not sure what articles are, you can click and view the handbook. And it gives you definitions and examples of articles and article errors. The problem with Turnitin is that you cannot correct any of this while you're here. So it's important that you have a Word document with your draft side by side so that as you look up your errors, you can correct them and then resubmit the paper. Okay? So the other caveat or problem with Turnitin is that once you upload an assignment, it erases the previous assignment. So you have to make sure that you're saving your work and that you're downloading the work as needed so that you can upload a new version when it is ready. And I'll show you an example of that. So if I look at an essay that needs to be graded, it doesn't have any feedback on it yet, I see this blank space, and over here to the right I see a percentage. And if I were to click on that percentage, it would take me to Feedback Studio. And this is what you want to do a couple of days before your essays are due so that you can let me know, hey, I've submitted an assignment. I usually get a notification anyway. And then I can make this ETS grammar checker available for you. It's important that I do that because for some reason, Turnitin and Feedback Studio, it's all the same name, does not let students mark their own errors visible. The professor has to do that. And that is something I'm hoping they'll fix. We're obviously still in the beta mode. So This particular student has submitted a new paper and has done lots of work on her grammar, and you can see it's much improved. All right, we don't have too many what I call flares when I look through the articles. And in fact, some of the article errors are actually related to the quote that she used. So she's used Feedback Studio to help her improve her essay. And the other way that you can get to Feedback Studio, Turnitin, is through your actual assignment. So when you go to an assignment in one of your modules, it's got a title, always says an assignment if it's an assignment. Then you can also access the Turnitin Feedback Studio by clicking on the usually, hopefully, green colored icon here. If you are ready to dump a draft, you need to use one of these icons. So here you can delete the submission, and please don't do that unless you've copied and kept a copy for yourself. Here you can download the essay, and you can download it and save it and then delete it would be my advice, so that you can upload, resubmit a new clean version of an essay prior to the deadline. And that is a little bit of information for you on how to access your feedback through the gradebook and also through the assignments to see both the feedback on Turnitin, Feedback Studio, as well as my line comments.